Facebook ads versus YouTube ads for real estate agents in 2026, which one is actually better? Now, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars across both of these platforms for realtors across the past 2 years, generated tens of millions of dollars in listings. And what I hear every day is, Noah, I want high quality leads. If I can just get in front of someone who is actually looking to sell, I don't have a problem going and closing them. It's just getting in front of the right people is where my struggle is. So I'm going to go and break down the numbers from each campaign in terms of cost per lead, the lead quality, the targeting, the personal branding, all that sort of stuff, as well as show you the funnel, break it down step by step of what pretty much every single one of these marketing companies, these lead gen companies are doing and selling you. So you can go and see exactly what the process looks like A to Z and maybe get some value on how to go and implement it yourself right after watching. So first of all, I want to get into the numbers. So first thing is going to be cost per lead. So on Facebook, this is what Facebook is notoriously known for, is extremely low cost per lead. So we're talking like $4 to $10 each. I've gotten seller leads on Facebook for like $4 or $5 like a year ago when I was strictly doing Facebook ads. But the thing is with it is you're going to see the quality is not going to, it's not going to be the same. If you've spoken with Facebook leads before, you're going to be familiar, but just breaking it down again, I'm trying to be as objective as possible. YouTube, you're going to be more like 15, which I've gotten buyer leads as low as $15 or so, upwards of $150, $200 for motivated seller leads. Now, of course, again, the quality is going to, the cost is going to pretty much dictate the quality, which is also same thing with these real estate lead companies. The ones who charge you $200 a month probably aren't the best at what they do, right? It's the same thing with like Facebook. Facebook here is like, it's pretty cheap. Quality is not always going to be the greatest there, but that's the cost per lead. Second, lead quality. You're going to find Facebook 3 out of 10 is being generous, but you're going to find a lot of the leads. The issue with the quality here is that you do get a lot of opportunities coming in. But the thing is, if we go break it down like this, so you have your marketing funnel right here. You have top funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel, right? So what top of funnel is it's people just looking around, right? These people are just looking around. They don't know, they're not actively researching to buy or sell a property, because on Facebook you can't target those people. So they're going to be, Facebook is going to be a lot of the people up here who are very top of funnel, and that's why usually you're getting people who are 6 to 12 months out or more, which a lot of agents I speak with, when we go and talk about YouTube ads and the timeline on those, they're like, how could you possibly get listings in as soon as 13 days or 14 days? Because I've had agents go and sign listings within 13 days with YouTube ads. And it's just not really possible on Facebook because you're not able to target, because it's very top of funnel. Whereas YouTube, we're going to be more middle funnel and then also bottom of funnel. That's why timelines we're seeing are usually 60 to 90 days is what we're seeing. Now, it's obviously not perfect as well. Not every single person, there's not a way to find someone who's looking to sell absolutely now at this instant and disqualify everyone else. I don't know why you'd want to do that as well. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. But that's going to be the biggest difference here with the lead quality. Facebook is very top of funnel, people just looking around, just browsing, whereas YouTube is going to be a lot more bottom of funnel. They're actively in the market to buy or sell a property. So that's the difference there. Now, a reason for that is because the control over targeting. So Facebook is a social media platform, right? So it's all interest based. If someone's scrolling on their phone and they're showing interest, oh, they're liking pictures of homes, they're liking a picture of a realtor dancing, they're going to see more realtors and more ads. That's who is going to see your ad. And you're also not able to go and geo target. So I'm going to go show you this, but on Facebook, you can target a minimum 15-mile radius around an area, which is kind of ridiculous. You can't target zip codes, neighborhoods, counties, or cities. And then if it's interest based, so it's not based on what people are searching, it's just people just kind of scrolling around that are just curious. That's why when you call them, they say, oh, who are you? Like, I'm not really looking, I was just kind of looking around. I want to see what my home's worth. I just want to see a list of homes on board. Whereas YouTube, it is all intent based, because YouTube isn't a social media, it's a search engine, right? You maybe looked up Facebook ads for realtors, YouTube ads for realtors, and saw my video, or it just popped up. But that's exactly what the whole point of it is we're only showing it to people who actively are searching for terms like that. So that's why, again, we're getting a lot more bottom of funnel people on YouTube, but also you can geo target. So on YouTube, you can target zip codes, cities, neighborhoods, and counties, and also as small as a 1 mile radius, which is kind of crazy compared to Facebook. It's you can do a 15-mile radius, the minimum, right? It's pretty crazy there. Now, what you can also do on YouTube is you can target actually homeowners who are actively, you can based on household income as well. So someone who's in the top 10% of household income, you can literally target someone based off the income that they make on YouTube. Now, personal branding, Facebook is medium. If you do videos on Facebook, it can be decent personal branding, but a lot of people just do like these generic image ads of like, get a list of homes, see what your home's worth, something like that. Whereas YouTube, it's all, of course, YouTube, it's custom videos, right? So the branding aspect on YouTube is very, very high, and people are seeing your YouTube ads on a TV, phone, computer, tablet, literally all over, where Facebook is basically just a phone. Right. So personal branding on YouTube is pretty much unmatched. That's why if you've ever gotten a lead from YouTube, you're going to notice they come in, they already pretty much know you, like you, trust you, and they're pretty much sold on you already. It's just a matter of when they're going to move. Next is time to first result. So Facebook, the nice thing about Facebook is like you get these ads up and you get leads coming in literally the same day. Whereas YouTube, it's not as fast. Usually for some agents, we get leads coming in within 1 or 2 days, but usually it's going to be about 3 to 5 days for that first lead to come in. Whereas like Facebook, again, you're getting them right away. But then again, it's like, okay, what do you consider a good lead though? You're not going to go close a deal within a week on Facebook typically, right? Next is positioning your perceived value, which is important. Like how do these people perceive you when they come in? Facebook is extremely low because the thing is like there's supply on Facebook is so high, meaning every single agent and their mother is running ads on Facebook. All these people have seen Facebook ads from realtors in your market. So of course they don't position you as any different from all these other agents because they see the same ads over and over from different people. So it's like, how would you be different? And that's why when they call you, they say, oh, like, why are you calling me? Like they almost sound annoyed, even though they were the one that clicked on your ad. Crazy how that works, right? But with YouTube, the positioning is extremely high on it. Just simply the fact that there's not many agents doing YouTube ads. If you're in your market, if you go on YouTube, you probably don't see many agents doing ads on YouTube. And if you don't see any, that's a great sign. And if you want to start dominating your market with YouTube ads, go book below, apply to work with me. That's literally what I do. Spend about $1 million on YouTube ads at this point, getting there for real estate agents. So if you want to book below, see how this would work for you, get a full system set up, done for you, go book below, apply to work with me and my team. But basically that's the positioning on YouTube is you get people coming in, they're like, oh my gosh, I recognize you from the video. I can't believe I'm talking with you, because they position you as almost like a local celebrity, and that's the whole point of it is we're positioning you as that go-to agent with YouTube. And then lastly, the fun part is conversion rate. This is the most important part at the end of the day. We could talk about all these numbers, but what's the conversion rate? Facebook industry standard is about 1%. So that means you're getting, let's say you're getting 100 leads, you're converting 1 out of 100 leads. So you're going through 99 leads to find one who's actually serious. At that point, like, why not just go? Why would we want the other 99? Why can't we just go narrow it down? Well, unfortunately, you can't. And no platform's perfect, but with YouTube, you're going to get, if you're getting 10 leads, you're going to close about 1 of them. That's the average conversion rate my clients are seeing, which is a 10% conversion rate. So you're having to sift through 9 leads compared to 99 leads to find one who's gonna make a move. And this is, by the way, conversion rate is lead to like listing agreement or buyer broker agreement signed. That's what I mean, like a deal close basically, right? But that's the different kind of numbers so you have an idea. So Facebook, I would say, I honestly would never recommend Facebook ads for realtors who are doing good volume or top producers. If you're a top producing agent, there's no better platform for you than YouTube, because I would assume it's just if you if you just get in front of the right person, you're gonna close them. That's exactly what YouTube does. But if you're a newer agent, maybe you're a team lead, want to give your team a bunch of buyers and stuff, you can go and do Facebook. But even then, I work with a lot of teams and we go and do buyer ads for their team just because simply the quality is so much higher on these YouTube leads. But I would only recommend Facebook if you're like a brand new agent, you don't have that much budget, or you maybe spend like $10 or $10 a day, $15 a day or something, then just go Facebook. But YouTube is definitely more expensive cost per lead wise, but conversion rate ROI is going to be much higher. Now that's the actual numbers. Next, I want to break down the funnel really quick. So Facebook, like we talked about, you have a 15-mile radius targeting minimum. Now this is a 10-mile. This is an old screenshot, but now it's a 15-mile radius. So you can't go under a 15-mile radius, right? Which is pretty crazy. So even if you're like, I had just started working with an agent over in Manhattan, and it's like if you do a 15-mile radius, it's like 20 million people, which is just impossible, right? And you end up driving 3 hours from one side of the city to the other. It can be more practical in some other locations, but like you don't want to just be tied down. You don't want to spend money on areas where you don't want to get listings in or get deals coming in, right? You want to focus on usually those higher income areas that you actually want to get deals in, which you can't do on Facebook. From there, they're going to run some sort of generic ad. So like, hey, get a home value report, get a list of homes, see what your home's worth. I'm sure if you ran Facebook ads, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Then there's an instant lead form where it gets their name, their email, their number, the generic stuff, and then it gives them an instant valuation or list of homes. Then you can have some automations and stuff going out. But these are, again, very, very top funnel, very just nurture sequences. That's why these agencies who are selling Facebook ads and stuff, what they need to rely on is like ISAs to call the leads. They need to sell you their appointment booking system, their nurture system, because the leads are going to be pretty much trash. You got to just nurture them and hopefully something pans out. It's just a numbers game at that point. Now, again, that can work, but basically you can kind of see I am a bit biased because I've tried both these things, and exponentially better results on YouTube, right? So with YouTube, you can do geo targeting. So you can target based off of zip code, based off of neighborhoods, based off of cities. You can exclude areas. You can also go, you can put a pin right here and just go a little 1 mile radius around the area, which is pretty crazy. But also you can target people. We're targeting based off what people are searching for. So if someone is in your local market and they're looking up what's my home worth, I need to sell my home fast, how to sell my home, they're actively researching selling their home or buying a home, vice versa. It would be homes for sale near me, top real estate agents in XYZ area. Those are going to be the only people we're targeting. That's why it's a lot more bottom of funnel, because they're actively in the market for it. Next is it's a custom video. So again, rather than doing like a generic image like this, it's all custom, right? It's all video. It's like an analogy, like think of this video you're watching right here. If this was just an image somehow, if there's an image that said Facebook ads versus YouTube ads, which is better, right? Versus a video where I break it down step by step, which are you going to trust more? Of course, the video, because you can actually see me and hear me, right? And that's a huge part of it. You get people coming in, you're positioning yourself as the go-to agent in your area, and you're usually getting as well around 30,000 views per month on these videos. So even if nothing else, just the personal branding aspect you get is absolutely insane with YouTube. Like you're going to get people recognizing you on the street, at the gym, at the grocery store, because they see you on YouTube. And the best part is why it even works so well, at least as of now, because just nobody else is doing it. There are going to be a lot more agents hopping on. It is getting more popular. So if I were you and you're not doing ads right now on YouTube, you probably want to jump on before it's too late. Again, if you want me to go set an entire funnel up for you and just have pretty much guaranteed listings coming in each month, or buyers, go book below, apply to work with me. But once you basically they have the video, they're going to go to a filtering funnel where you're going to go ask them, not just name, email, number like you do on Facebook. You're going to ask them, what's a house do you own? Are you currently listed with an agent? What conditions your house in? How soon are you looking to sell? What's the address? And then also their contact information. So you're only getting people in who are genuinely looking to sell. They're actually answering all these questions. For buyers, you would go ask, what type of property are you looking for? Are you currently under contract with an agent? What's your price range? You can ask credit score, all this sort of stuff. But then from there as well, we're getting them to go book directly in your calendar. Then you should have all the automations and stuff on the back end as well to nurture appointment reminders, all that sort of stuff. But I don't want to go too much into that now, but you can see that's the difference in the funnels right there. Again, if you're a brand new agent, I would say just stick with Facebook. Probably don't have a huge budget, but if you genuinely are willing to put some ad spend up and you're willing to basically shoot videos, and then once those videos are done, that's all you have to do. You shoot the videos, and then the leads start coming in who already know you, like you, trust you. If that sounds interesting to you, again, I think you should highly consider YouTube ads. But that's the difference there. It's just, for me, really, I don't understand why agents still do Facebook ads. It's decent for the brand awareness, right? You can get a lot of people, but you literally can't target. Facebook ads are a lot better in other industries because of the fair housing agreement. You can't target homeowners, you can't target any of that sort of stuff. Whereas, again, like other industries like roofing, construction, you can go and target that sort of stuff, which is why people say to do Facebook ads. But I just don't understand, when you go and see this and break down the numbers and all this, why people are still running Facebook ads. I do it with some of my clients, but it's more of as like as a supplement to YouTube ads, because that's going to be the main driver of your business. But anyways, I hope you got some value from this. If you have any questions on any of this and want to connect with me, shoot me a message on Instagram below. But again, if you want me, my team, to set this entire thing up for you, go book below and apply to work with us. See if you're a good fit. See if we still have your market available. But other than that, if you want to learn a bit more about YouTube ads, that's all I post on this channel. So go like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.